Howdy everybody, I am Luchathor without a darts, and here we have the Excalibur by Sillybutts. I will be showing you step by step how to assemble this blaster. We do sell the hardware kits, we do sell hardware kits with 3D printed parts, and if you just want to drop a like and move on about your day, we do sell fully assembled blasters. The tools required for this build is a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, some Allen bits. You will need a M4, an M2.5, and an M2, some scissors, a soldering iron for the heat set inserts. The kit does come with a little bit of lubricant, so that will be provided, and optional, but was pretty helpful, some pliers. With that out of the way, let's get going. For this plunger head assembly, you will need 2 of these number 4 self-tapping screws and a number 1, 2, 3 O-ring. Line the holes up like so. You'll put 2 of these screws down here and here and connect them together. Now go ahead and take your shock pad and your plunger head, peel that off and stick it right here. Make sure it's centered. Now apply your O-ring like so. Set that to the side. Now you will need these 2 parts. These are for the spring swap feature later. Again, align these 2 holes and then put 2 screws here and here. Next you will need the barrel chamber and 2 of these 016 O-rings. I already have one installed. So just take it, slide it in here, push it into the groove, just like that. I also want to point out that there are 2 versions of this dart breech. This one has an N on it, which is for narrowhead darts, such as worker darts or anything where the head is thinner than the body. There is a W version if you want to use waffle head darts or anything where the head is pretty wide. Next we'll be assembling the ram assembly. You're going to want to grab 2 of these 012 O-rings and put both right here. And then grab 1 of these 1, 2, 3 O-rings, slide it right here. And then grab 2 of these longer flat bars. And the 2 holes that are closer together go right here. And then use 2 number 4 screws and screw them into the bars. Next, we will be assembling the bar tensioner system. You will need this 3D printed part, 3 of these heat set inserts, they're 1032. And then 2 of the 1032 by 1/4 screws, and 2 more of the bars, they're the longer ones. You're going to want to use a soldering iron for this, but you take 1 of these, slide it here on the side, 1 on the other side, and then 1 right here where it says back. I already went ahead and did it to this one right here. When installing the heat set inserts, use your soldering iron to melt them into the part as straight as possible. Use a flathead screwdriver to ensure they're flush. Just don't push them past flush. Now you're going to take a bar, take your tensioner, put it on the side, and then grab 1 screw, just thread that in. Make sure the back marking on the tensioning bar print is facing towards the direction of the flat bars, going into what will be the back of the blaster. You should be able to see these from the grip, just like that. Now we will assemble the grip assembly. You will need a grip, 2 side panels, the sear, the trigger guard, 1 of these extension springs, 2 of these nylon standoffs, and then 6 of these number 4 tapping screws. So you're gonna want to take this side, slide it here, and then put 1 screw in. Next, put this in, go on the other side, put 1 screw in. Next, you're gonna want to take 1 of these screws and put it here, but first you're gonna want to put this extension spring in here, just like that. Now you're gonna want to take your 2 nylon standoffs, slide 1 here and here. Next, you want to take your sear, put it down here, grab a screw, and you're gonna want to fish this here and screw it into place. Make sure this is pretty flat. Go ahead and lift it and put it here. Grab your trigger, lift this up, pop into place. Take your other half, slide it here, and then 2 screws, 1 right here and 1 right here. Make sure everything moves nice and smooth. Now you're going to want to grab this part here, this little section of pick rail, 1 ball bearing detent, and then 5 more of these little number 4 screws. First thing you're going to want to do is put the ball detent right in here, and then put a screw in the front here to hold it in place. Now you're going to want to take this part and align this with this, slide it in, and align this hole with this one here. Now put a screw right here and on the other side. There's 2 holes here and 2 holes here, so just slide this pick rail here and make sure they align, and then use your last 2 screws. Make sure your trigger still works. Next is the magwell. You'll need both of these parts, this lower part, 2 of these, they are different, 2 number 4 screws, and a pin and bungee. Go ahead and set the pin right here. So now take this, set it on top of this, and put them through the pin. Go ahead and grab this, set it on top. And now you're gonna wanna hold this, and you see this little notch here that's shaped like this. So you're gonna wanna slide this in, press down. Now take your 2 screws, put 1 here and here. Now take your bungee, put a little knot in it, and you're gonna feed it through this way, and then feed it this way. You're gonna wanna pull it pretty tight, just like that, and then trim it down pretty good. You can trim these down more later, but for now, this feels pretty good, so I'll leave that. Continuing on with the magwell, take these 2 parts and they slide in like this, but first take your Excalibur plate, slide one in here, slide one here, then they slide together like that. Now for this part, right now this can take full length mags, but if you want to use half length mags, you use this adapter and it slides here. And then you take one of your 3/16 by 1.5 pins and then slide it in here. Now take this, slide it in here. But before you push this all the way down, make sure you put a little tension on the mag release. So now it won't go all the way through. And then put a number 4 screw here and here. Next, you're going to take your rail, the longer one with the B on it, slide it backward just like that, and align the holes, and then use 2 more number 4 screws. Now we're going to work on the stock assembly and the plunger tube window. Now you have 2 bars that are shorter than the other 4. That's going to go inside right here, and there's 2 holes. In this first hole, you're going to use a number 4 screw, and then this back hole, you're going to use a M3 by 16 screw. Now take your butt plate, and there's 5 holes that each take one of these number 4 screws. Now go ahead and grab these 2 parts, and they go face each other like this. There's 2 holes here that take these 2 number 4 screws, and they go in here. I like to use these bars to kind of keep it aligned because nothing's keeping them from doing that. Slide that off, set that to the side, and there's your stock. Set that to the side. Now for the barrel shroud, you're going to want to take this piece, and all the way in here, there's a little hole for this lone square nut. Take this nut, drop it in here, and then follow it right here with a number 4 screw. And take a M3 by 16 screw and slide it in there. Don't tighten it all the way down because that will retain the barrel later. Now flip it over and then take this part from earlier, slide it in this way. This little nub here needs to be pointed up in the blaster. And take your number 4 screw and hold it in place here. Now we're going to assemble the front. You will need to grab your bar tensioner from earlier, slide it this way. These 4 holes will use the M3 by 35 bolts. Now take your 1 washer, put on your 1 big bolt, and that goes down here. All right, that should be good for now. You do not want to tighten this too much because you need to assemble the blaster later. Next, take your A rail, and there's 2 holes here. Just line them up here, just like that. And then use 2 more of the number 4 screws, just like that, and set it to the side. Now for the priming block, you will need 6 of these palm bearings, 4 of these countersunk M3 by 14 screws, and 2 of the M3 by 16 bolts. First thing you want to do is grab 2 palm bearings and put them down here and here. Now take your M3 by 16 bolt, slide it here, screw it in. After you screw one down, check that this rolls. Now do the same thing for this other one. Now place one here, followed by one of these countersunk screws, and set another one right here. Now flip it over and do the same thing here and here. Now we're going to start assembling the blaster. So you're going to want to take your ram. Notice it says top because that's going to face upward. Slide it in here. Now take this part, and this is going to face toward the Excalibur logo. Slide it in here. After you do that, the hole should align with the one underneath it. Go ahead and put your last number 4 screw in here. This slides in like this. Now you're going to want to take your 4 1032 hex nuts, put one right here, 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 and here. And then take your 1032 short screws and tighten them down. Now go ahead and grab your muzzle and then slide this through like this. Now for the back half of the blaster, go ahead and grab your grip, grab your longer plunger tube, pull the trigger, slide it in there like that. Go ahead and apply a little bit of lubricant. Now take this part, and this part that's shorter goes up and it goes in like this. Now go ahead and take your shorter plunger tube, slide it here. Now take your stock part and feed it through the back here. And now for the final assembly, go ahead and grab your front half from earlier, your plunger head, and your spring retention part, and your last 2 1032 short screws. First, you're going to take this, pull your priming grip back, and you're going to lubricate here and here. Go ahead and grab your plunger head, apply a little bit of lubricant, feed it through here, and then just slide the 2 halves of blasters together. If you find the flat bars are binding or the edges need deburring, feel free to knock this down with some sandpaper. In this case, our flat bars are CNC milled and already have slight chamfers. Make sure the holes align on the bars. If the holes do not align, make sure to press this part backward. There you go. Now go ahead and screw those in. As you can see right now, this is a little bit loose. So go ahead and tighten this down and everything should squish together. There you go, rock solid. Now go ahead and take your spring of choice. This is a K25. And then here in the stock, grab this part and feed it in this way and turn. Now for the barrel, it's pretty easy. Just slide it all the way through the front. Give it a little twist. You'll feel a little resistance with the O-rings. Now it's fully seated. And now you can go ahead and tighten the barrel retaining hex screw located in front of the magwell that we installed earlier. Go ahead and take your scar of choice, slap her right on there, and any foregrip of choice. And there you have it. That's your Excalibur by Sillybutts. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at orders@outadarts.com. And until next time, I'm Luchathor at Outadarts.